This is looking so cute. Oh my goodness. Like, I love this so much. Okay, so now we're going to attach our placket piece here for the buttons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the front. I've already like pretty much marked it, but we're gonna do this again, okay? So we're going to take it and we're going to put them together like this, okay? So, because we're gonna find the center. All right, all the way down. Making sure we match the side seams up, the shoulder seams. Boom. All the way down. Okay. Let's see. All right, just like that. I am going to take this to my iron and I'm going to press it. Okay, so then I can get a good center mark. I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, so I have pressed my center part here. Now I'm just going to open my dress back up. Okay, just like this. So this is where my button placket is going to be. Oh, these ruffles are cute. Okay. All right. Right down the center if you can see it. Grab your pins. We're going to put our placket piece down the center here, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this to my machine and I am just going to sew a 1/8 inch seam along both sides here, okay, to attach out my placket. I'm going to do that, and then I will also trim off this excess here when I'm done attaching, and then I will turn this on this side, trim off this excess, okay, just like this. All right. I'm gonna cut it just like how it looks, okay? And I'll be back. Okay, so there's a change of plans, y'all. I decided I wanted to add flutter sleeves because I love flutter sleeves, y'all. So I decided I wanted to put some flutter sleeves on this cute dress. Probably because I went to bed last night and then, you know, got some rest and I woke up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing flutter sleeves on this dress if I'm working this hard, right? So anywho, so what we're gonna do, so what I did was is after cutting out the flutter sleeve pattern, there is a straight line. You're going to fold it once, 2 times 1/4 inch. Then you're gonna sew along this to hem, okay? I went ahead and I gathered my flutter sleeves. All right, so the pattern tells us that we need to have at least on these ends here of our flutter sleeves, we need at least 1.5 inch free from flutter. All right, so that looks good. All right, grab one of your sleeves, and then the pattern also states that 1 inch from your side seam here, underarm seam here, all right? 1 inch is that is where you're going to be placing your flutter sleeves, okay? So here, and I'm gonna place it, and it's gonna be right sides together. All right, and just get our sleeves around, attach our sleeves along here. Making sure that you have at least 1 inch of your ending of both flutter sleeves not sewn. Oh, not sewn, I'm sorry, not gathered. We're going to take this to our machine and we're going to do a 1/4 inch basting stitch to, we're going to base our flutter sleeves. I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have my flutter sleeves attached. All right, so now we're going to attach our binding to close in those raw ends. All right, so I've already had my binding cut out. And on the tutorial, it tells us to, all right, find your side seam here, and we're going to place our bias tape on the side seam. We're going to have at least 3/4 inch just tail out, okay? So 3/4 inch of just the tail. All right, and we're going to pin our bias tape all the way around, and this is where our raw ends here. Okay, so the raw ends are going to be touching. See, so our raw ends will be touching the raw ends of the dress. All right, so let me fold this little piece here, the 3/8 inch. We're gonna fold it back onto itself like that, and then we're going to continue pinning. We're gonna pinning and make sure I'm gonna overlap it. Go ahead and cut this off here. So overlap it, and then I'm just going to clip where I overlap it, just like this. All right, and hand. Repeat the same step for your other arm. Okay, so let's take this to our machine, and we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm also going to trim off 1/8 inch, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my sleeves attached. Now let's start on our neck binding. All right, so I'm right here in the center, if you can see, and I have 1 1/4 inch left out here. Okay, so I had it pointed in the center. So, and I'm going to put this all the way around, pin, and I will be using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I will trim off 1/8 inch of my raw ends. So do this. So I'm gonna just do this all the way to the back peak of my dress. And it is important for you to press your binding, okay? All right, so I'm about to come up on this end here, the centerpiece, and I'm going to pin here at that center. Leave another 1 1/4 inch, and I'm going to trim. Just like that. I'm going to take this to my machine, sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance, trim off, and then we'll repeat this same step for the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've trimmed off my raw ends here. I'm gonna go down here in the center part here, and I'm just going to clip, just not clipping between my, in between there, pull those two over just like that, and just clip. Okay, just like that. All right, now turn your bodice, your dress wrong side out, and we're going to press and turn our bodice just like that. I mean, turn our seam allowance just like this. So we'll just take this to the machine, take this to your iron and press all the way around, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have went ahead and put my bias tape, my bias all around my neckline here, and I have pressed it down. So now you can see here, what I will do is I will take my bias tape, and I will, you see this is one side, and I'm gonna do this for this other side also. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it underneath that one. Okay. I might need to trim it off a little bit. But take it, put it down, underneath it. Okay. And I'll do this for the other side. And then when I'm done, and I will top stitch it. And I will trim this little part off. I'll do that for the other side also, okay? So let's do that. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. And we're done. I've added my buttons on, my placket. So cute. Love this so much.